So what if you could ask questions of online and real-world communities of any kind, and instead of getting back a blizzard of emails and instant messages, you got back a single, useful, well-organized result? CircleUp is a social communication service that turbocharges the email and instant messaging that you already use today by allowing you to communicate with groups in very, very effective ways. Let's take an example. Tom's driving over here on PC1. This is Bob. Bob's the president of the snowboard club at the university that he attends. Every time there's a trip that's scheduled, he asks for who can drive on the trip, and what he gets back is a blizzard of emails and instant messages. What if Bob could circle up all the people in the ski club and get back a single consolidated result that tells him he has 7 people that can drive 3 passengers, 5 people that can drive 2 passengers, and 1 that can take 2. And he has a list of all the people who need a ride and how many snowboards would fit on the top of that car. That's CircleUp. Let's see how it works. We ask a question in the CircleUp toolbar that can be found integrated in Outlook, in desktop widgets, across various different instant messaging environments, and at our website. The CircleUp question writer widget pops up. Now, we all know that if you ask a better question, you get a better answer. And the widget helps you craft that answer by allowing you to, we do a semantic search to see if you or anyone else has ever actually asked a better question of this type in the past. We'll choose that question, because Bob uses this every time he goes, and we'll move on. We can add media of various different types, a flyer that's about the particular trip, a MapQuest link to directions so that all the drivers actually end up at the same place, and so on. Then we can tag the question to make it useful and easy to share with other people. I've finished that, and so I just click next and move on. Now, answer patterns are really the key to what we do. By adding an answer pattern, we create tremendous ability to generate structure. You can offer suggestions, you can ask for input, you can even do complex things with tables with a very small, very limited number of answer patterns. We'll choose choices here. So Bob's now represented with a variety of choices that people can make that'll return a very powerful aggregated result. We can click next. We now look at Bob's universe. Bob's universe consists of the snowboard club, his friends at home, and so on and so forth. And I can simply click on the perimeter of the snowboard community and choose all the people that are in it. I have the option to make this question public, private, or personal. If it's public, everyone can see it, and it'll even be visible to the search engines. If it's private, only the members of the snowboard club can see it. And if it's personal, only Bob can see the answers. I can also make it available for forwarding, in which case people can send it on to other people they want to join the trip. And when I click finish, the message has gone off over a variety of different messaging networks, email, instant messaging, and eventually SMS. And now Bob has a single result that brings back all of the options and information that he needs. As we go, what you'll notice, by the way, is as that message is delivered across various different networks, ordinarily an instant message would appear here, and I can answer the question quickly and easily through a question widget. We seem to have a technical, we don't have a technical difficulty. So when I click this, I'm given an answer. The question comes from Bob. I understand that it's Bob, and so I'm willing to respond. And what I get is a very simple, very straightforward question widget. We've sort of turned the widget model on its head. We use widgets as a collection endpoint instead of a distribution endpoint. And so what happens is I have a very simple Flash-based way of responding to this question. As we move back across, you'll see Tom can answer the question in the same way. He received it on Gmail at the same time that I received it there. In addition to being able to collect information together, one very important part of our system are what we call, let's wait for a minute and let him answer here. So he answers the question quickly and simply in the widget, and all the information is aggregated on the back end and presented in this single result that everyone can share. Now, one of the important aspects of our system is what we call the gazintas and the gazoutas. Gazintas are lots of ways of getting questions into the network. You can do it, as I mentioned, from Outlook. We'll have an API later this year that'll let you deliver questions into the network. We'll also be able to give you gazoutas, or ways to get information that's useful out of the application. Examples of gazautas include things like being able to take all the information that's been collected by Bob and save it as an Excel spreadsheet, or email that spreadsheet to other members of the community who need to be able to use it. In addition, because we embed microformats in all of our results pages, we're able to view not only through the view of the browser, but also by the browser the results, and import it directly into things like Outlook, or even be able to integrate it in a Google Maps mashup to show the drivers where the passengers actually live. Let's take a final example. Questions actually don't live alone. They live in a community. Now, this is Sally. Sally's getting married. Sally has lots of questions in her community. She has the question of, where can I get married? She has the question of, is this my dress? She has the question of, is this your dress? Which, by the way, frightens the bridesmaids. But she also has the question of, who needs a ride from the airport? And she has a question of, who can drive people from the airport? And she can combine those people together in a way that makes it useful for all of them. Please come see us at Stand 58. Thank you very much.